Good evening, Mollenkopf Stadium. Tonight, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band is overjoyed to present our seniors and celebrate the class of 2026. Our first senior is Isabel Adams. Isabel has been a member of the drumline for 4 years, and after graduation, plans on going to Hawking College to major in canine assisted therapy. She is escorted tonight by her parents, Heather and Eric. Next is Trebienne Louise Bates. Trebienne has been a majorette for 4 years, and after graduation, plans on going to Raphael's Beauty School Cosmetology program and majoring in nail technology. She is escorted by her parents, Etli and Alisa, her brother, Aston, and her aunt, Anissa. Next is Aubrey Boggs. Aubrey has been a member of the Flagline for 3 years, is planning on attending John Jay College of Criminal Justice and majoring in forensic psychology. She is escorted tonight by her parents, Dylan and Julie, her sister Ivy, and her aunt Christina. Next we have Amariah Carter. Amariah has been a member of the Flagline for 1 year, and after graduation, plans on pursuing art studies. She is escorted this evening by her father, Lamar, and her sister, Soraya. Next is Marcus Davenport. He has been a member of the clarinet section for 4 years, and after graduation, plans on entering the Air Force. Marcus is escorted by his father, Joe, his mother, Mary Ellen, and his sisters. Next is Ava Edwards. Ava has been in the marching band for 4 years as a trumpet player. After graduation, she plans on majoring in early childhood education and is escorted tonight by her mother, Ashley. Next, we have Tyrone Henderson. Ty has played baritone in the marching band for 4 years. After graduation, he plans on attending North Carolina A&T to major in sports medicine psychology. He is escorted this evening by his mother, Tanisha, his uncle, Earl, and his sister, Tyrion. Next up, we have Matthew Howe. Matt has played mellophone in the marching band for 4 years. After graduation, he plans to start his own business, and he is escorted this evening by his uncle Robert and his sister Cheyenne. Next, we have Terrence Jefferson. Terrence has been a member of the drumline for 4 years. After graduation, he plans to go to college to major in music. He is escorted this evening by his mother, Amber, his sister, Destiny, his cousin, Erica, and his uncle, Friendly. Next, we have Savannah Johnson. Savannah has been a member of the Flagline for 4 years. After graduation, she plans to attend college and major in anesthesiology. She is escorted tonight by her parents, Laura and David, and her brother, Cody. Next, we have Talia Johnson Goodrich. Talia has been a member of the marching band for 3 years, playing trombone. After graduation, she plans to go to YSU and major in music education. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Tamika, her father, Leroy, her sister, Rayona, and her sister, Khadijah. She's good. Okay. Next, we have Carl Keene. Carl has played saxophone for 4 years in band. She plans after graduation to attend the Culinary Institute of America and major in baking and pastry arts. Carl is escorted tonight by her father, Scott, and her mother, Melissa. Next, we have Faith Kemp. Faith has played flute in the band for 4 years. After graduation, she plans to attend The Ohio State University and major in criminology. She is escorted tonight by her mom, Heather, her dad, Jacob, and her sister, Isabella. Next, we have Vincenzo Laprasina. Vincenzo has been a member of the drumline for 4 years, and after graduation, plans on attending The Ohio State University and majoring in nuclear engineering. He is escorted tonight by his mother, Christina, and his father, Eric. Next is Casey Mason. Casey has been a band member for 3 years and has played flute, and this year is in the flag line. She plans to go to college after graduation to major in journalism. She is escorted tonight by her sister Chloe and her uncle Sam. Next, we have Janelle McConnell. Janelle is a majorette and has been in band for 4 years. She plans after graduation to go to college and major in pre-law. She is escorted tonight by her grandmother Dee, her mother Diana, and her brother Matthew. Next is Tyra Moore. Tyra has been a band member for 4 years and has played clarinet. She plans to go to college after graduation and major in culinary arts. She is escorted tonight by her mother Rachel, her brother Charles, her aunt Tiffany, and her cousin Ashley. Next, we have Serenity Penn. Serenity has been a member of the flag line for 2 years. After graduation, she plans to go to college and major in social work. She is escorted tonight by her mother Shayla, her dad Lavelle, her stepdads Joshua, and her siblings. Next, we have Jakaya Perry. Jakaya has played trumpet in the band for 4 years. After graduation, she plans to go to Kent State University and major in nursing. She is escorted tonight by her mother Melissa, her sisters Kyla and Brianna, and her brother Malachi. Next, we have Zayshawn Poole. Zayshawn has been a member of the band for 4 years and drum major for 3. He plans to go to college next year at North Carolina Central University and major in sports management or forensic science, and is escorted tonight by his mother Noreen, his brothers Krishan and Sire, and his sister Sonia. Next is Kylie Reynolds. Kylie has been a member of the flag line for 4 years, plans to go to Kent State next year and major in pediatric nursing. She is escorted tonight by her mother Michelle, her stepdad Jeff, her cousin Jenna, and her sisters Hannah and Haley. Next, we have Jericho Robinson. Jericho has been a member of the band for 4 years and plays the tuba. Next year, he plans to go to a trade school to major in welding. He is escorted this evening by his mother, Lisa. Next, we have Addison Schubert. Addison has played trumpet in the band for 4 years. She plans to go to Kent next year and major in early childhood education. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Melanie, and her father, Steve. Next is Jeremiah Schwab. Jeremiah has played tuba in the band for 4 years, plans to go to college or trade school next year to major in welding, and is escorted tonight by his mother, Amanda, and his father, John. Next, we have Madeline Stanyard. She has played clarinet in the band for 4 years. She plans on going to The Ohio State University to major in psychology and is escorted by her parents, Brian and Tara, and her brothers, Reed and Logan. Next, we have Patricia Sudnick. She has played in the band for 2 years on piccolo and flute. She plans to attend Kent State next year and major in nursing. She is escorted tonight by her grandma, Kathleen, her grandma, Mary, and her father, Daniel. Next, we have Xavier Taff. Xavier has played saxophone in the band for 4 years. He plans to go to college next year to major in nuclear physics. He is escorted tonight by his father, Ted, his mother, Ashley, and his stepfather, Dustin. Next, we have Mariana Tapia. She has been a member of the Flagline for 1 year and plans to go to school for culinary arts next year. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Azalea, and sister, Carla. Next, we have Xander Thornton. Xander has played tuba in the band for 4 years, plans to go to college next year and major in computer science, and is escorted by his parents, Russ and Christy, and his sisters, Adeline and Gabriella. Next, we have Sophia Vanetti. Sophia has played trumpet in the band for 4 years, plans to go to Kent State University to major in biology on a pre-med track, and is escorted tonight by her parents, Kara and Dominic, and her brother, Kyle. Next is Dana Wagner. Dana has played trumpet in the band for 4 years and plans to go to Kent State University to major in radiologic imaging sciences, and is escorted tonight by her parents, Wendy and Mark, and her sister, Elena. Next, we have Shanna Wells. She has played flute in the band for 4 years, plans to go to college next year to major in education and psychology, and is escorted tonight by her mother, Sharda, and her father, Chance, and her brother, James. Next is Michael Whitten. Michael has played trombone for 4 years in the band. He plans on going to The Ohio State University to major in mechanical engineering, and is escorted tonight by his parents, Melissa and Matthew, and his sister, Nikaya. Next, we have Maya Willoughby. Maya has been a member of the Flagline for 4 years and plans to go to Morgan State University to major in business and culinary arts, and is escorted by her parents, Grover and Erica, and her sisters, India and Shauna, and her godparents, Jeffrey and Joanne. Next, we have Jonathan Wonders. Johnny has played trumpet in the band for 4 years, plans to go to college next year to major in political science, and is escorted by his parents, Jesse and Jennifer, and his brother, Garrett. Next, we have Gabrielle Woodyard. Gabrielle has played trumpet in the band for 4 years, plans to go to Kent State University to major in nursing, and is escorted by her parents, Matt and Danielle, and her sister, Emma. Mollenkopf, please join us in a round of applause for the WJH Raider Marching Band Class of 2026. Congratulations all.
Fans, your attention, please. If you lost your keys, there's a set of keys that have been turned in at the home stands ticket office. Lost keys at the home stands ticket office.
And now, let's meet the Raider Marching Band Senior Class of 2026.
Vincenzo Laprosina, tenors.
Isabel Adams, bass. Serenity Pin, flag-line. Faith Kemp, flute. Carl Keene, saxophone. Ava Edwards, trumpet. Casey Mason, flag-line. Dana Wagner, trumpet. Sophia Vanetti, trumpet. Gabrielle Woodyard, trumpet. Madeline Stanyard, clarinet. Patricia Sednick, piccolo.
Xavier Tapp, saxophone. Jeremiah Schwab, tuba. Jericho Robinson, tuba. Matthew Howe, mellophone.
Jakaya Perry, trumpet.
Jonathan Wonders, trumpet.
Maya Willoughby, flagline. Kylie Reynolds, flagline. Aubrey Boggs, flagline. Mariana Tapia, flagline. And Mariah Carter, flagline. Tyra Moore, clarinet. Shanna Wills, flute. Janelle McConnell, majorette. Addison Schubert, trumpet. Talia Johnson-Goodrich, trombone.
Alexander Swarton, tuba. Zay Sharpool, drum major.
Trey Dates, majorette. Savannah Johnson, flagline.
Terrence Jefferson, snare.
Talon Henderson, baritone.
Michael Whitten, trombone.
Marcos Davenport, clarinets.
Beneath the Warren, Ohio sky I stand, built from concrete and steel on my sacred land. For over a century, legends started on my field. 3 championship teams and 7 state titles were sealed. In 1990, Warren united as one. A sea in my stands, a Vegas gold and white had begun. The Raiders stand ready, their hearts full of fights. Welcome to a Mollenkopf Stadium night. Hi, I'm Steve Shiro, Superintendent of the Warren City Schools.
This is Chief Academic Officer Wendy Hartzell.
I'm Dante Capers, Associate Superintendent.
I'm Reed Young, Band Director at Warren G. Harding High School.
I'm Head Cheerleading Coach Don Harper.
I'm Athletic Director Rick Shepard.
I'm Dr. Janice Ulysses, Head Principal and proud 1993 graduate of Warren G. Harding High School.
I'm Jim Joseph, Campus Leader, McGuffey PK8.
This is Carrie Boyer, Jefferson PK8 Campus Leader. I'm Carly Potter, Campus Leader at Willard Pre-K8.
And I'm Alex Jordan, Campus Leader, Lincoln Pre-K8.
I'm Matt Richardson, Head Football Coach, Warren G. Harding High School.
Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium.
Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium.
Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium. Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium.
Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium.
Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium, home of the Warren G. Harding Raiders and the musical pride of Warren, Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. On behalf of Warren City Schools Board of Education and the Warren G. Harding Athletic Departments, we welcome you to tonight's game. without equal. Traditions beyond compare. And for decades, we have been the musical pride of Warren, Ohio. Mollenkopf Stadium, get on your feet and make some noise for your Ward G. Harding Raider Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the gold standard of Northeast Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our school alma mater, the Gold and White. Pregame wouldn't be the same without the official song of the state of Ohio. Here is Hang On Sloopy. Warren, Ohio, get on your feet, because here come your winners!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise for the playing of the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Good evening, Raider Nation. Welcome to Mollenkopf Stadium. It is week 6 of the 2025 high school football season, the fastest 10 weeks of sport. Tonight, the Harding Raiders kick off the second half of the season in their quest for a playoff spot. Harding comes in tonight at 2-2, winning 2 weeks ago on the road at Acrosafe at St. Mary's, and after a bye week, hopefully they're well rested because the road does not get any easier, playing host to the 2-3 Erie McDowell Trojans. But those 3 losses, folks, have come to Northeastern Ohio powerhouses, schools like Medina, Menor, and Chardon. And their 2 wins, they have put some points on the board. Tom Bird with you, and with me, as always, Eddie Colbert. Eddie, this is crunch time now. We're getting set. This is the playoff run right here for Harding.
No, absolutely. Like you said, a very important game for them tonight. Want to get over that hump right now, even at 2-2. Raiders looking to go 2-3. But you said, the road doesn't get any easier for the Raiders. So last week had an opportunity to put a couple new people in a couple new positions. Game against SV St. Vincent St. Mary's gave him the opportunity to get acclimated to that offense and that defense. So he looked, and with that week off, looked to see big thing for the Raiders. But you said it starts tonight. This is the road to the playoffs. It all starts tonight here against this team out of Erie McDowell.
Harding getting set to kick off. They'll be moving from right to left on your screen, going towards the north end zone. Jaron Edmonds, who has done an outstanding job with the kicking duty so far this year, all set to kick it off. And a deep kick. And that is going to force the return man for McDowell back to the goal line, and a touchback. And as we've said many times, Eddie, what a weapon to just pin that team back on our 20 and not have to worry about that return.
Absolutely, Tom. You talked about that week off of rest. Gigi wasn't able to play in that St. Vincent St. Mary's game. He did the first field goal, but after that he got pulled out. He had a lower body injury, a lower body pull, I think it was, maybe a hamstring there. but good to see him back well rested and kicking those balls deep. Like you said, big deal to take away the return of the opposite team.
Erie McDowell offense out on the field, led out there, looks like quarterback Deontay Flemings, number 7. And behind him is number 22, Brody Bonsell. He may be the man to watch. 381 yards rushing in the big win over Meadville. And this is Bonsell with the first carry. He's going to pick up about 5 on that first down.
Bonsell checking the edges, like you said, seems like that's where the majority of this offense is going to come from. Big game against Meadville. Career day for Bonsell, but that's something that the Raiders are going to have to do there. You see the safeties coming up there to make the tackle. 5 yards, a little too much for the defense there. Let's see if they can clamp down, start to control the line of scrimmage.
McDowell sends 2 receivers to the top side. It's Bonsell again up the middle, and this time he's going to move the pile ahead for about 2 or 3 more. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short for the Trojans out about their 27-yard line. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, Bonsell obviously used to carrying the load for this McDowell team. Going to bring him up. Give him this 3rd and 2 here, wide open to the playbook here. We'll see if look, we've seen for these first games, real big up front for the Raiders. Need to really start taking control of that line of scrimmage on the offense and defensive side.
Flemings is going to keep it himself. And Flemings breaks a tackle. He was corralled in the backfield, but he's going to get ahead for that first down. The Raiders had him bottled up. Flemings found a hole, got it out to about the 36-yard line. First down, Erie McDowell.
Yeah, you can see the front 4. It looks like they might have set one from the high screen there. Looked like that was Asa Birch coming through. A lot of penetration, able to get back, just not able to get the elusive running back down in the backfield. Going to move the chains for McDowell on their first drive.
Flemings again keeps it, tries around that right end, breaks 1 tackle, and again keeps the legs pumping, gets it out there for 5 or 6, out to the 38-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, McDowell just coming straight at the Raiders there. Linebacker senior Tyler Smith had an opportunity at Fleming in the backfield. They're just not able to get him wrapped up. Kept those legs turning and just moved upfield to bring up this 2nd and 4. They're going to probably keep it on the ground. As long as that offensive line can control the line of scrimmage, they're going to keep pounding it.
Bonsell sets up to Fleming's right. Brown in motion. And Flemings again up the middle. This time he's met and stopped at about the 40-yard line. Looks like that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Trojans. Maybe a little more than 1. A long 1, we'll call it.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd down and 1.
And there's a little anxiousness on the defensive line for Harding, and that is going to give the Trojans another first down. That is not the kind of mistake you need when you're trying to stop a team that's been running successfully so far.
No, absolutely a big play on that first drive. That's a senior there. That's Raytwan Hill. That's one of the leaders on this defense here. A little over anxious there. Just got to discipline yourself. Going to give them a new set of downs here. Close to the 50-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Trojan 46. Flemings again will keep it, and Flemings is met at the line of scrimmage, and this time he doesn't get away. Falls down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10.
Well, that was number 5, another senior on this defense, Mendez Provic coming around. Getting him locked up there. A lot of RPOs coming out of this McDowell team. The Trojans to start the game out. Just trying to have the quarterback read those ends just to see what their reactions are. Thus far, quarterback and running back had some success getting the ball upfield. Offensive line trying to take control early.
Harding's had opportunities to knock them down for loss, and this time they did not let Flemings get away. Again, Brody Bonsell to Fleming's left. Flemings is going to drop back to pass for the first time. Looks over the middle, finds number 3. That is Kingston Horton Dickerson, and that is a first down for Erie McDowell, out to about the Harding 36-yard line.
Yeah, Raiders brought a blitz there. You see the inside linebacker, Raytwan Hill, coming on the blitz. Line able to pick up that blitz, give the quarterback plenty of time to sit back there, read that zone, found the open hole, hit his receiver to move the chains.
Fleming's going to try again. Now he's going to tuck it in and keep it. It's going to get past the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 on that scramble. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 30. That brings up a 2nd down and 4 at the 30-yard line of Warren Harding.
Yeah, you can kind of see the game plan here between the quarterback Fleming and their running back number 22, Bonzell. Nice little 1-2 combination here. Running that RPO, just kind of reading the defense, taking what they're giving them, able to just consistently move the ball at 5, 6, 7-yard chunks at a time.
Flemings again keeps it. He'll fall ahead for a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
Elijah Phillips coming up from his safety position there. Nice open field tackle on what thus far has been the elusive Flemings on this defense. Still going to bring up a 3rd and short here for this Trojan offense.
7:20 to go here in the first quarter. Erie McDowell on their opening drive. And this time they give us to Brody Bonzell, and he moves a pile ahead, and that will result in another Erie McDowell first down. Mark him down at about the Harding 23-yard line.
That is great movement by this Trojan offensive line at first here. You see they're trying to keep the Raiders on their heels. Little sugar huddle, little muddle huddle they're going to just to keep this defense on the field, see if they can tire them out early.
Bonzell again looking for room around the right side. Going to get pulled down at about the 20-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Trojans.
Tackled by number 3, Tyler Smith. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd.
You know, all year the defense is kind of what's been kind of the anchor of this team. I think we've been saying that for the last few years here. A lot of seniors on that defense, a lot of playing experience out there.
There's a little jet sweep around the corner. Flick to number 2, Owen Haffey. He'll fall ahead for a few. Looks like they've got him marked at the 18. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Kai Blutcher coming up there, you know, just like a defensive end. What we're doing here, a lot of times those defensive ends on almost most plays, you know, they're crashing in. So it's almost up to that corner on a run play to come up and set the edge, not to let the running back or that quarterback get outside. Great job by the corner there, sealing everything in to allow for the defense to come clean that play up for a minimal gain.
3rd down and 5. And Fleming's back to pass. Can't find anybody open. Flemings is going to be dropped for a loss about the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down in about 8 or 9.
Brought down in the backfield by number 56.
Yeah, really thought he was going to take off there. Looked like they really only had one person in the pass pattern there. Number 4, Cameron Bestow, quarterback, tried to keep his eyes up there the whole time. Line bought him a lot of time, but just with one person in the pattern there, really nothing he could do. Raiders with a big stop on defense on what looked to be a promising drive by the Trojans.
80, Joseph Clark into attempt. Strong kick. That will be good. About a 37-yard field goal for Erie Trojan to open up the scoring. It is 3-0 Erie. And that bend but don't break Raider defense at least keeps that offense out of the end zone.
Absolutely. You know, they were getting gashed there. Trojans come out with that RPO, you know, just back and forth between their quarterback Fleming and their running back Bonzell. They had something going there, and specifically, I think, trying to keep that defense tired there with the little mush huddle that they were doing, keeping close to the line of scrimmage, not allowing for those substitutes to get in. Really try to just tire the Raiders out early. They know they've got the size up front to just try to tire those big guys down. But like you said, that bend don't break defense there came up. Just very surprised on a big play like that, 3rd and 5, only to have one receiver in the pattern. Raiders able to get off the field with only giving up the 3 points.
Joseph Clark out to do the kicking once again for Erie McDowell. Showed a pretty strong leg. He drilled that field goal attempt, so I would not be surprised to see this one go to the end zone if that field goal was any indication.
Yeah, something to keep track of during the game. We talk about the importance of it, but not just, you know, with the kickoffs, but also, you know, when you've got the ball 4th down on the 35-yard line, knowing that you can bring your kicker out.
High kick, and that will take the Harding return man back into the end zone.
Clark's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Harding will take over. 1st and 10.
Kai Blesher fielding that one, but it drove him into the end zone. So Harding will get their first possession of the evening, and they will start, as Erie McDowell did, on their own 20 with 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter on the short end of a 3-0 score at this point. Harding led onto the field.
Yeah, Amir Cobb,
15,
number 15.
Amir Cobb, the injured James Jones, not dressed for the game tonight. Amir Cobb taking over the quarterback duties.
You know, it was really a good opportunity for Amir Man Cobb last week, that game against St. Vincent St. Mary's, to be able to really get him in there, get him acclimated to the offense against a team like that. It's going to be exciting for him as a senior here, his first start here at the Mollenkopf Stadium.
There's a pass out to Matty Richardson on the near sideline. Actually, I take that back. That was Asa Coleman.
You know, one of the things we've seen Coach Richardson's do is get some of these younger athletes in there, trying to build for the future. That's a sophomore, I believe, in Asa Coleman out there. You're going to give him that kind of room. They're going to run that dig route and those out routes, easy passes just to get your quarterback comfortable.
Cobb back to pass again. He's going to tuck this one in. He'll get that out to about the 37-yard line, so that's about a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Maybe 2nd and 5. 2nd and 6, we'll call it, at the 26-yard line.
You know, one of the things that Man brings to this offense is that ability to be able to tuck the ball and get upfield. He's a passer first. You see he keeps his eyes downfield looking for those receivers, but when he sees that opening, he's going to be able to take that ball and get it upfield for those 3, 4, 5, maybe break a 15-yarder here and there, just to give this offense some of that spark that it might have been missing.
That's up the middle. Looks like
hand off to number 40.
That was Mackay Brogdon.
Mackay Brogdon with 135 yards rushing in that win over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's, getting the call once again.
That's a new addition to the offense that was also acclimated 2 weeks ago against St. Vincent St. Mary's. Had a great game, looked strong, knew how to get his shoulder leveled, his pad leveled down, showed some speed, broke some big ones last week. You know, they had that 3-headed monster. Unfortunately, 2 of those running backs went down, but Brogdon proved himself 2 weeks ago.
Cobb to the air again. This time he finds Austin Blackwell on the far sideline. That's going to be another Harding first down. And they are in Erie territory, down about the 47-yard line.
Like the balance that we're seeing here between the run and the pass right now, helping that offensive line, keeping that defense back on their heels. And if those corners want to give them that kind of cushion, I mean, he can hit those 5-6-yard dig and out routes all night long. Eventually, those are going to turn into big plays.
1st and 10 Harding at the Trojan 47-yard line. Cobb sets up under center this time. There's a handoff to Brogdon. Brogdon's got some room around the left end.
No, looks like
that's Satavian Hill, number 17.
Looks like we got a flag there.
They brought Satavian Hill in. He gets around that left end. We got a flag. We're going to see what this is, and early indications are that it's against Harding.
Yeah, Savvy's somebody that just a freshman coming in. Watched him growing up, whether was with his 7th grade, 8th grade team. I mean, just a one heck of an athlete. Looks like they're discussing to see if maybe they might pick this flag up. So they're still talking about it, but looks like they're going to mark it off against the Raiders. But
looks like it's not sure what the call is. I just saw him point that way. They march off 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but Coach Rich went to Savion early in the year just to give them kind of that scat back quickness out of the backfield. They were run a lot of direct snaps to him. Wildcat, just elusive, and you see the speed that he's got. You know, you get him a step, maybe a play action or something to kind of sink those linebackers in by just a step or a half step. That's all he needs to be able to get that corner and get upfield.
Satavian Hill remains in there at tailback. He's going to get the call again. They're going to try him again around his left end. And again, he breaks a tackle. And Satavian Hill gets that back a lot of yards after that penalty inside the 45-yard line. Brings up a second down in about 8.
Yeah, outside, inside, pass game, short passes to try to bring those safeties, bring those linebackers, crunch them inside, give you the opportunity to be able to pop the top on one of these deep ones. But it's the balance that you're looking for. When you see that your offensive line is struggling a little bit, you want to try to mix things up to give them the help that they need.
Cobb looking down that sideline. He was looking for Julius Farrell, but that pass was well out of bounds. Brings up a 3rd down and 7.
That seems to be the deep threat that they're looking for all year. Julius Farrell. Underneath, they've been looking. Another one of those is Kai. Kai's been a big target for the quarterbacks this year. Kai and Man got a relationship, quarterback, receiver, pitch and catch back to their 7th grade year.
Kai's got 5 catches on the year, but they are big catches, averaging over 28 yards of reception.
Just a real gritty player.
Mekhi Brogdon back in at running back, and looks like a possible equipment issue. All right, we'll try this one again.
Chase Tibbs coming in.
Amir Cobb making sure he's on the right page as he steps in at guard for this play.
One of the other young players getting some time, just a freshman.
Cobb back to pass. Gets it out to Silent. Oh, just behind Kai Blusher. If he gets that out a step in front of him, Blusher's got a lot of room to motor.
Look, positive drive. Unfortunately, he's going to get stopped early. They're going to bring on the punt team, try to play the field advantage here, see if Gigi can pin him somewhere, within the 15 and the goal line here. But really like to see, just when you bring that new quarterback in, it just opens up some different options for you. Really like to see that
high spiraling kick. That's going to fall inside the 10, and the Raiders can't quite get to it. Trickles into the end zone, and Erie McDowell will start from their own 20 for the 2nd time this evening.
Tom, unfortunately, that drive ends up in a punt. Punt gets the end zone. It is what it is. But, we've watched all these games. I've been to the away games. I'll tell you, that balance in which we just saw there, in their success running and passing the ball there, unfortunately, penalties can kill a drive, as we just saw there. But really good to see just the balance that you saw there and the success of the offensive line being able to open up holes and create time for the quarterback. That's going to be big going forward.
Flemings keeps it around the left end. He gets ahead for a couple. Looks like 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Trojans at their 23-yard line. Erie McDowell staying with that opening game plan, keeping it on the ground for the most part between Flemings and Poncel. That's Poncel in motion. Fleming stepping back to pass. Forced out of the pocket the other way, going deep down that left side. Overthrows the receiver. Looking for number 4, Cameron Bastow out there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7, and the Raiders have a chance for a quick stop on this drive.
Yeah, not a lot of receivers out in the pattern for this McDowell team. Doesn't give the quarterback a lot of option there. You can see the receiver was looking for possibly trying to get a pass interference. Corner had his back on his jersey there, but the ball just well overthrown. Uncatchable. Going to bring up this 3rd and long for the Trojans.
3 receivers on the near side for Erie McDowell.
Looks like a zero coverage. We'll see if somebody drops back to safety. Nope, straight man.
Fleming's back into trying to scramble around, and Flemings is going to go down with about a yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th down and long, and we'll see the Erie McDowell punting unit 3 and out for the Raiders.
Excellent drive by the defense there. Way to just really just get around the quarterback, not give him a lot of space to run. Corners were able to, even though one-on-one with their coverage, able to just maintain that coverage, not giving him anything downfield, giving the front 3-4 the opportunity to make those tackles. Going to bring up the 4th and 8 here for the Raiders.
Joseph Clark, kind of a low line drive kick. Matty Richardson is going to fair catch that one at about the 43-yard line. So the Raiders get their second possession of the night with excellent field position at the 43. Great defensive stand.
Yeah, look to see them just go back to. I mean, those first few plays, I just wonder if you were down there at practice, if those plays were scripted, that they had their first 10 plays already scripted out because they wanted to kind of see what was going to work with this new set, the new running back, the new quarterback. But what I saw was a balanced attack there. I think just the penalty. Got to stay disciplined over here on the offensive side, get rid of those unforced penalties, and you're going to see this offense move the ball down the field. I think that man coming in is a spark. The senior, they've grown up together. These are brothers that want to win for each other.
There's the give to Brogdon. Gets through for gain of about 3. They're going to mark him down out around the 47-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Harding.
Just want to keep on moving that ball forward. Establish that line of scrimmage. Looks like that's going to be the end of the quarter.
And the quarter does indeed run out. Erie McDowell with an early field goal, and that is all the scoring we've seen so far. So Erie McDowell takes a 3-0 lead into the beginning of the second quarter. Another beautiful early fall evening, perfect for football right now. Got rid of that early season humidity.
Yeah, a little crisp at night, but this right here, this is football weather. You can kind of smell it. I don't know if anybody other than my alma mater still plays on grass, but you get that crisp air.
Mine still does. Newton Falls is still on grass.
That smell of the popcorn,
yeah.
And I mean, it's just it's football. It's football weather. Now, it is football weather, but I won't deny that I'm going to probably have my eye on the Cleveland game tonight, on the Guardians.
Watch for the Guardians.
What a tremendous comeback.
Oh, my goodness.
They were showing that prior to this, I think the best that a team ever came back from July 7th was being 7.5 down. They've doubled that. They were 15.5 down.
Wow. That's just incredible. Brogdon gets a call again, and this time Brogdon's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple on that play. They're going to mark him back to the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Harding.
Yeah, interesting formation there, almost like two fullbacks being the lead blocker. Unfortunately, the right end was just able to get around the left tackle there, able to chase Brogdon down from behind. Just putting that extra back there to try to create that lead blocker.
Harding sends 3 receivers to the top of the formation. Amir Cobb sets back to pass. He's getting chased around, and Amir Cobb is going to get sacked for a 10-yard loss back around the 35-yard line, and that will bring out the Harding punt team.
Yeah, call that a coverage sack there. I think the line actually did give some time. I think Cobb was looking a little deeper down the field. Something like that. You got to recognize that blitz coming. Got to have the clock in your head and just get that ball off.
Another high spiraling kick. That's going to land, and it's going to take an Erie bounce. I see a flag on that far sideline over there.
The way he blew that.
That's a sideline warning.
Yep, sideline warning.
Harding covers that ball around the 35-yard line, and that is where the Erie McDowell Trojans will set up shop as they begin their next offensive series. 10:42 to go here in a half. It is a 3-0 score.
Erie takes over 1st and 10.
The last two series have been 3 and out, so all of a sudden it has turned into a defensive battle. Both offenses were moving quite well down the field on their early drives, but both have seemed to stall out here a little bit, and we can only hope that continues for the Harding defense at this point.
Yeah, not a lot of, obviously, this team coming in from Erie, not a lot, don't know really much about them other than the film that you've been able to see from this year.
Here comes Bonsell. Bonsell gets through the line. He's going to pick up 5 or 6 in that play. He's going to get that out to the 41-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Erie Trojans.
And Bonsell was just right between the tackles, trying to control that line of scrimmage. You start getting into these 2nd and 4s, and we saw with the first couple drives those RPOs. That just puts the defense back on their heels, knowing that quarterback has that triple option threat there to hand it off, keep it, or fake that handoff, drop back into a pass.
Bonsell again up the middle, driving forward, getting close to a 1st down. I think he's going to be just a hair short. It's going to be 3rd down and inches for McDowell out around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to call him short here.
They've got less than half a football to go for a 1st down on this play. They need to get to the 45, and it looks like the nose of that football is just short of that. Fleming's going to keep it, try to get around the end. He will break through there for a 1st down and a couple more inside, or crosses the 50-yard line into Harding territory down about the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Erie.
Looks like that's going to...
Another equipment issue, it looks like.
Yeah, Fleming just taking that ball, just raw speed. I mean, didn't even think about it. Got outside, able to beat the defensive end, wasn't able to set the edge, opened up the outside for him.
6'2", 175. He's not a small quarterback. Get those long strides. He can get out to that end quickly. Harding's got to get out there and contain that. First and 10, Erie McDowell on a fresh set of downs inside Harding territory. Fleming's again, and this time he's going to not get back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Harding was on that one. 2nd down and 10 coming up from the Harding 49-yard line.
Yeah, line able to plug some holes right there. Fleming started to dance a little bit. 4-5 hats to the ball.
Fleming's all alone in that backfield on this play. Bonsell out wide right with the receivers. He's got 2 receivers on top, 2 receivers down on the bottom.
It's like Provitt showing a blitz. Here he comes.
Oh, my goodness. Big hit in that backfield. Mendez Provitt, fumble on the play. And it is Harding football at the 42-yard line. Big defensive play. Mendez Provitt in on the blitz, untouched. Flemings never saw him coming.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he showed the blitz early. They came out of their formation and looked back over at the huddle, thinking that they were going to change maybe that line blocking scheme. They didn't do anything for it. He came straight through. I mean, quarterback, I don't know how he didn't see him, but big play by Mendez Provitt there. Exactly what this defense needed. Get the ball back in the hands of the offense. Put just a little jolt into them. Exactly what they needed right here. Their side of the ball, they got to pound it, get down the field.
Harding takes over 1st and 10 at the Erie McDowell 43-yard line. Amir Cobb brings that offense back out on the field. And that looks like Satavion Hill will be the running back to begin this series.
I think they're going with a zero coverage here. No deep safety.
Hill's going to take the pitch. And he's going to lose a bundle back to the 50-yard line. That's going to bring up second down and miles. Erie responding with a little defensive big time of their own on that play. All the way back to the 50-yard line is going to bring up second down and 17 for the Raiders. Jet sweep to Matty Richardson. And Richardson is going to get pulled down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 17.
Owen Haffey, excellent open field tackle there. You don't get much more athletic than somebody like Matty Richardson. Coming around on that jet sweep that they love to run with him. You really don't see Matty on a lot of the offensive plays here. Primarily a defensive specialist at that corner position. Real comfortable with leaving him out on an island there. But when he comes in, good chance they're going to run that jet sweep with him, but just one heck of an athlete. So I give all the credit to Haffey for being able to get out there and make a great open field tackle to prevent him from getting the corner.
Cobb rolling out to his right, fires downfield, nobody home, 4th and 17.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little confusion between the receiver and his quarterback there. I think some of that comes from just not being in that position all throughout the summer practices and two-a-days. Receivers and quarterbacks still kind of got to get on the same page.
And Erie McDowell defense comes out and says, you know what, we can make a big play or two as well. And they responded big time after that big Harding hit.
Oh, just got that one off.
Hard rush. Ball is fair caught inside the 20-yard line. Erie McDowell will take over at their own, looks like the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Erie 19. And it goes back into the hands of the Harding defense at this point. Still only 3-0. 6:26 to play in the first half.
You talk about the additions here. The Wellness Center, you see they opened it up. It was just a matter of time before they started to use that rooftop. But just a beautiful scene here tonight at Mollenkopf Stadium.
Fleming's quick pass out to Haffey. Haffey breaks one tackle, gets it out close to the 28-yard line. That's going to be close to McDowell, first down. They're signaling second. It's going to be second down and short. And as we often say, second down and 1, the entire playbook is right at your doorstep right there. Do whatever you want on this play.
Yeah, look to, some play actions, take some deep shots.
Gain of 9 on the play brings up second down and 1.
3 receivers up top for the Erie McDowell Trojans. Flemings and Poncell in that backfield, and it's going to be Poncell this time. He's going to get stopped right away. He might lose a step or two on this play. Harding with the penetration, and they did not let him shake loose this time. It's going to bring up, well, I guess he did get progress. They're going to call that a first down. It looked to me like he got wrapped up in the backfield and stopped, but apparently he got just enough. That's going to take the ball out close to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Erie McDowell.
I think when Xavion Smith came down from that high side defensive end, he was able to get his hands on him, just not able to bring him to the ground.
Flemings is going to keep this one around the right end. Breaks through for about 6.
It's like a penalty flag coming in.
There's a flag on the play, a late flag.
That's in the area you usually see holding.
The preliminary indication looks like it's going towards Erie, so that play quite possibly is coming back.
No, looks like they're calling that against.
Calling a face mask possibly? I'm thinking it's a face mask.
Must have been an incidental, only a 5-yarder.
The referee is not overly enthusiastic about letting us know what's going on out there.
Right, we'll figure it out.
First and 10 at the 40. That was a Harding penalty. And Flemings keeps it again. And
yeah, Xavier Smith, I think that was him again coming down from that high side, able to get his hands on the running back, just not able to complete the play. They got to be careful because he's crashing down hard from that defensive end position. We talk about those ends needing to establish the edge there.
Second down and 8 for Erie. 42-yard line. Clock still ticking away here in the first half. 4:26 to go till halftime in a 3-0 contest. Fleming's quick pass out to Haffey, and Haffey is met immediately in the backfield. Another huge play for that Harding defense.
Phillips coming up from that safety position there, read it the whole way. Trojans lucky to get that ball back.
Back to the 38-yard line. Looks like 3rd and 12. And right now, both defenses are simply saying, not tonight, fellas. Flemings is going to roll to his right, looking deep. Fires it low. That is incomplete on that far sideline. Brings up a 4th down and 12. And Harding should get another crack at it here in the second quarter as the punt team for Erie McDowell makes their way onto the ball field.
Number 7, Asa Birch, somebody we've been talking about most of the year here on a couple of those away games. I think Buchtel as well as St. Vincent St. Mary's. He was the recipient of 2 beautiful passes from the quarterback at the defensive end position, able to run it in. But, I mean, he is such a problem out there. He's just got that athleticism, and he's got the height, he's got the wingspan. Just makes it very difficult.
Penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, you saw the player run off late.
That's going to be maybe one too many folks on the field for Harding. It's not going to give them a first down, but it's going to give them another crack at the punt. It should only be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we'll see if the Trojans want to do another 40-yard sprint or if they're comfortable with the ball placement. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna decline that penalty.
Take the ball where it's at.
Right. You see both coaches walking out on the field. Not a lot of explanation coming out of this this crew here.
It's hard to read the hand signals. There doesn't seem to be a working mic. So it's and there's some discussion going on over.
Now it looks like maybe they are going to head back. No, well, yeah.
Well, the Trojan defense seems to be set right where they're at.
I can hear the Raiders sideline yelling first team D. I mean, it wasn't that was a 5-yard penalty, so that's not going to bring them anywhere near a first down.
Looks like whatever the penalty was, I think they're going to. And again, we're not getting any kind of signal, so it's hard to tell exactly what's going on out there. Walk it off. They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I think that's the meeting.
Yeah, it's a nice night. We'll go for a stroll, have a conversation.
Well, still some discussion going on out there, and have not seen, unless I missed it, I haven't seen an official signal. Of course, I haven't seen an official signal on any penalty yet tonight.
I mean, it's real simple. We're either going to decline the penalty or we're going to accept it. It's kind of that simple.
Well, it looks like the offense is coming out onto the field at about the, say, the 27-yard line. That's where things are finally going to start shaking out.
Everything's sorted out now. Harding has
Yeah.
27 yards.
3 receivers up on top for the Harding Raiders. Amir Cobb by himself in that backfield.
False start.
Penalty flag on the play.
Looked like maybe the right tackle there, a little bit anxious.
And that's going to back the Raiders up 5 yards. We're assuming it's a false start. We don't get too many signals, but we're going to call it false start.
Yeah, hey, pick your own penalty, right?
Back to the 22-yard line. First down and 15 for Warren Harding.
You know, in all seriousness, though, Tom, those are the kind of penalties that just really frustrate you. The unforced errors there. You know, you had all that time coming out of whatever the officials were doing down there, and you got 3 minutes left. Decent field position, 3 timeouts, and now we're going to talk about it.
Harding's going to use a timeout here with 3 minutes to go in the half and talk over their options. That's Harding's first time out of the half. Erie McDowell has yet to use a timeout.
But, you know, I mean, Tom, you know, it's obviously the offense has sputtered, no points on the board. But I can tell you, you know, as we sit up here and our job is to analyze these games, kind of break it down, I can't tell you where the offense is faltering other than they just can't put it together. I mean, they've had success running the ball. In most instances, the quarterback has been given some time back in the pocket. We've seen him take off, but we only saw him take off that one time. The defense has been performing. It's just putting the drive together. And when you get those unforced errors like you just saw there, coming on that turnover on downs, or excuse me, the punt, and you come right out the gate with a false start penalty. Those are the type of things I think that just fluster the coaches. Just upset the offense, put them in these long positions to where you just can't run the offense because you're thinking about that 1st and 15. Instead of thinking 3-4 yards at a time, you think you got to get it all back at one time. And those are those unforced errors that they just have to discipline themselves and put behind them.
15, balls at the Harding 22-yard line.
Team's back on the field, 1st and 15. Satavian Hill picks up a few of them out to about the 28, 29-yard line.
Yeah, just an exciting runner to watch there.
Brought down by number 26.
2nd down and 9 for Harding off the 6-yard gain. Mackay Brogdon steps back in. He'll occupy the backfield alongside Amir Cobb. And Brogdon will get a turn. And he's going to get corralled at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, you got to hit the hole.
Check that, number 40.
Brogdon came in. You could see he was trying to find the hole there, kind of a little tiptoed there. But the way that this Trojan defense is just attacking the ball carrier, you're just positive yards. If you don't see the hole, you got to get that shoulder, you got to get that pad level down, get forward, get yourself 2-3 yards, give the offense a better opportunity on the next play.
2 minutes to go here in the half. 3rd and 10 for Harding. Amir Cobb back to pass, fires it out, looking for Kai Bluscher, and just a little bit too tall for Kai. Stops the clock, brings up 4th down and 10, and Harding's going to have to kick this one away from that field position.
Yeah, unfortunately, free rusher coming from the top side there. Looked like Man was actually trying to throw at the blitz, found his receiver out there one-on-one, but just wasn't able to get his feet planted. As you see, he was kind of moving back away from that blitz, and I think that's what caused that ball to go awry.
Jaron Edmonds in once again. Erie coming after this one. Short, wobbly kick. It takes a Harding bounce. Is going to trickle down to about the 35-yard line, and that's where it's going to come to rest. And Erie McDowell is going to take over the minute 42. They've got their full complement of timeouts and a 3-0 lead. And they will... Actually, I think, if I remember right, Harding will be getting the ball in the 3rd quarter.
Yes.
Harding kicked off to start this game.
A big possession here with this minute 42. Obviously, you know, complement of 3 timeouts here. You haven't seen McDowell take a shot deep in the first half.
Fleming's a quick pass out to the sideline. He finds number 3 out there. That was Kingston Horton Dickerson, but he is met immediately for little to no gain. They've got him marked at nothing. It's 2nd down and 10. Harding right on top of that quick out.
Looks like we got a player down.
Timeout on the field.
Looks like, I think that might be the receiver, Horton Dickerson. He got smacked pretty hard as soon as he caught that ball.
Oh yeah, Phillips came. I mean, we've seen these bubble screens at both sides. Very popular play now in high school, just to run these bubble screens, hoping to get a blocker out there, make a guy miss, and get your speedy receivers upfield. But Phillips wasn't fooled at all. Came from that high safety position and just sniffed it out and just put the big hit on him. Good to see the young man up. Looks like that was number 3, Horton Dickerson. Name we've called a few times here early in the game. Good to see the young man get up.
Took a big hit on that play. Elijah Phillips was right on top of it. 2nd down and 10 for Erie McDowell.
2nd down and 10. Ball's at the 35-yard
1:22 to go here in the first half. McDowell at their own 35-yard line. Flemings is going to drop straight back this time. Fires it deep downfield. He's got a man open. That was number 38, James Ferranti, on the end of that reception. That's a first down, Erie McDowell. They are on the Harding side of the field now.
Yeah, give Fleming a lot of credit. Offensive line provided the time. He stood tall in the pocket there, waited for those patterns to develop. Found the post pattern across the field for a big gain.
Gets it down to the 46-yard line.
Look at the screen.
Flemings again.
Wheel route.
He's going to keep this one and tuck it in. He's going to pick up a lot of yards. Gets down inside the 40-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down and about 2. Under a minute to play, and it looks like McDowell's going to use a timeout here. Stop the clock with 51 seconds to go.
Yeah, you look on the high side there. If he'd have looked up, he had Bonzel on a wheel route up the sideline there.
McDowell trying to get some points beyond that opening drive field goal. That's been all the scoring we've seen tonight. McDowell took it down on their opening drive, 37-yard field goal by Joseph Clark. And since then, it has been all defense here at Mollenkopf.
Yeah, strong leg by Clark. You figure, 35-yard line, that's pretty big shot for a high school kid. That'd be about a 52-yarder. But he had plenty of distance
on that. I think he's got right now, that'd be about a 55-yard field goal attempt. They get another first down. They're definitely going to be in the young man's range. And again, Fleming's back over to that sideline, looking for the big tight end, number 11, Jordan Brown. And a little bit too tall for Mr. Brown over there. It brings up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure by the Raider defense there. Didn't fall for the play action. Kept Fleming on his toes there.
And they caught Harding. Little anxious, and that is going to give Erie McDowell a rather cheap first down. Not the play you need this late in the half. They've just put, I think without a doubt, they've put Erie McDowell into field goal range, but more so than that, with 44 seconds, they've got a fresh set of downs. It's still a couple timeouts, so McDowell has a lot of time. They've got the whole playbook open down here despite 44 seconds left in the half. Fleming's back, looking to the left. He's going to keep it again. He's going to get tracked down. He might have gotten a couple beyond the line of scrimmage, not much. McDowell's going to expend another timeout. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and looks like they're giving him one. 2nd down and 9 down around the 32-yard line. 35 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Fleming tried to keep his eyes downfield there. Scrambled away from that defensive line pressure. Able to make a couple guys miss. And once again, Elijah Phillips coming up from that safety position. Not afraid to lower his pads and put the boom on some of these offensive players for the Trojans. But obviously not a winning formula to have your safety coming up to make a lot of these plays. But I love the aggressiveness. Love to see what he's doing out there. Those are the type of plays that get your defense fired up.
Second down and 9, balls at the Harding 32-yard line.
Deontay Flemings, Brody Bonzell in that backfield. Second down and 9 for Erie. And Flemings drops straight back. He's got a man all by himself on that right side over there. I think, again, that was James Ferrante. And that is another first down for Erie McDowell.
Looked like there was some confusion in the coverage there. They only rushed 3. Looked like they had everybody back in a zone there, but you had 2 defenders right in the same area. I think one was supposed to have the deep third. The other one was supposed to have the outside on the flats there. Only rushing 3. Line was able to do their job. Quarterback had enough time to scour the field, find his open receiver to move the sticks.
First down at the Raider 19-yard line. 27 seconds left to play here in the first half. McDowell has 1 timeout. Harding's got 2. Harding just trying to keep them out of the end zone right now, preserve that 3-0 shortfall they're on at the moment. That ball is knocked down.
Talk about him a lot.
Fleming's pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Tyler Smith.
That was senior Tyler Smith out there.
Second down and 10.
Second down and 10. Flemings drops back once again. He's going to tuck it. And he's only going to get to the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a half a yard on that play, and the Harding defense again stepping up here late. That's going to bring up third down and 10. No gain on that play.
Yeah, great job containing out there.
Third down and 10.
See on the replay, the ends come out, set the edge there, force him back in to the rest of the defense.
Timeout on the field.
McDowell's going to use their last timeout with 16 seconds to play. So it looks like they're going to give it one last ditch, and then they'll probably bring in Joe Clark and try to pick up a field goal here late in the half. Harding at this point might just be pretty happy to settle for nothing more than a field goal here and go into the half down 6-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, McDowell Estrade's been able to kind of move the ball consistently. Couple errant passes by the quarterback to some open receivers have probably really made the difference between getting in the end zone for 6 and possibly having to settle for a field goal attempt.
Third down and 10.
Third and 10 for the Trojans. Harding 19-yard line, no timeouts for Erie McDowell, 16 seconds. Fleming's back. There is nobody on that sideline over there, so that's going to bring up fourth down and 10.
You know, miscommunication with the quarterback, or maybe they might have got a hand on that as Fleming was coming forward.
Joe Clark, 36-yard attempt coming up with 12 seconds to play here in the first half. He had a 35-37-yarder earlier on, or first drive of the half. Now here the last drive of the half. Try to double the Trojans' lead to 6-0.
It's about a 36-yarder. Yep,
bad snap. That is a bad snap, and Harding's going to cover that, and they're going to get out of here with no points. 7 seconds left in the half.
7 seconds left to go in the half. Harding will take over. First and 10.
I said they'd be happy down 6-0. They're going to be quite happy being down 3-0 after that.
Yeah, as you see, just a bobbled snap there. Looked like the snap was good, just a placeholder wasn't able to get his hands on it, get the ball set down. 7 seconds left. I think you're probably just going to take a knee here.
Take a knee and go in and talk about it.
Yeah, you never know. Hey, we haven't seen a hook and ladder in a while.
First and 10, Hardy. Ball's at their own 28-yard line.
Hardy brings the offense out.
Yeah, looks like they're
7 seconds play and a half.
Yeah, they're not in a protected.
Cobb is under center.
Yeah.
And that was played, looked like the handoff was to Satavian Hill. Didn't get anything out of that. That's going to wind down the first half. Harding's going to go to the locker room on the short end of a 3-0 ball game. Again, that Trojan field goal on their opening drive, and nothing but defense from that point on.
Almost like a boxing match. They're just absorbing each other's punches, keeping the guards up, and just neither team really able to take control out there. We've seen some ball movement, we've seen some positive things, just not able to kind of put together a complete drive by either sides of the ball here.
Halftime here at Mollenkopf Stadium. Erie McDowell 3, your Harding Raiders 0. Sit back, enjoy the pride of Warren, Ohio, the Harding Raider Marching Band. If you were here earlier, you saw our seniors get recognized. Well, sit back and enjoy the halftime show. Eddie and I'll be back in just a little bit. We'll bring you the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we present the 2025 Raider Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Reed Young and Heather Sherman. Some of the assistants include Kristen Rickman, Melanie Platt, Abigail Navich, Antoine Howard, John Walton, and Nigel Glover. Our major ed instructor is Cindy Davis. Flatline instructor is Celeste Harris. Percussion instructors are Jordan Ringo and Brian Young. The band is led onto the field by team commander Zishan and Kyle Coopers and head drummer Terrence Jefferson. The Raider Band opens our senior night show by recognizing the class of 2026 with this pop rock hit by the band Walk the Moon. Here is Shut Up and Dance. 2026 by featuring our 36 senior woodwind, brass, percussion, majorette, and flagline members. The Raider Band hopes the senior class has a great year as we perform Thanks for the Memory. The Raider Band is on the move with this 1967 soul hit from the band Sly and the Family Stone. Here is Dance to the Music. Next, we feature the Raider Majorette line to this 2012 up-tempo dance pop song performed by Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull. Here is Dance Again. The Raider Band would like to thank all of you for being a wonderful audience tonight. Now join us as we cheer on the class of 2026 and our Raider football team. There they go, ladies and gentlemen, the 2026
We got stuff to do. You want to give us the first pick overall?
Let's hope we can find it. Let's hope Shador Sanders is that guy.
Yeah.
Fight around him. Welcome back, Raider Nation. Hope you enjoyed that halftime show.
And now, let's meet the Raider Marching Band Senior Class of 2026.
Vincenzo Laprosina, tenors.
Isabel Adams, bass. Serenity Penn, flag line. Faith Kemp, flute. Carl Keene, saxophone. Ava Edwards, trumpet.
Casey Mason, flag line.
Dana Wagner, trumpet. Sophia Vanetti, trumpet. Gabrielle Woodyard, trumpet. Madeline Stanyard, clarinet. Patricia Sednick, piccolo.
Xavier Tapp, saxophone. Jeremiah Schwab, tuba. Jericho Robinson, tuba. Matthew Howe, mellophone.
Jakaya Perry, trumpet.
Jonathan Wonders, trumpet.
Maya Willoughby, flag line. Kylie Reynolds, flag line. Aubrey Boggs, flag line. Mariana Tapia, flag line. Mariah Carter, flag line. Tyra Moore, clarinet. Shannon Wills, flute. Janelle McConnell, majorette. Addison Schubert, trumpet.
Just a
Rich,
great guy, just going around here, brings his kids up occasionally. We get to see them, and just to his father, just our deepest condolences. And while we are passing out our condolences, another longtime listener, proud Warren, former Warren resident, Mr. Bill Warfield. Mr. Bill Warfield passed away earlier this week, and just a deepest condolences to his wife Karen, his daughter Keisha, his son Shree, and Bill Jr. He'd always text. He didn't miss a game from North Carolina. He'd be on WSCN, and he'd be texting me during the game just to let us know he was watching. So to Brandon and the Giovanni family and the Warfield family, our deepest condolences during your time of need.
Teams are back on the field, getting their warm-ups, getting set for the start of the third quarter. Erie McDowell took the opening kickoff and drove downfield, settling for about a 37-yard field goal off the leg of Joseph Clark. And that was the scoring. Defensive struggle all the way through. Erie McDowell with a chance to get a field goal on their last drive of the first half, but a bobbled snap put a halt to that, and the Raiders were able to cover that up on get the ball in downs with just a few seconds left in the half and run one more play to get the clock off. So Harding comes out. They will receive the second half kickoff, down 3-0, and we'll see if they can if they found any way to solve that Erie McDowell defense.
Yeah, both offenses just not really able to put together complete drives. I mean, obviously we've watched, the attack of the running game from McDowell coming from their quarterback and their running back, able to really get north and south on this defense to gash them for 5, 7, 8-yard plays. But the defense, that Harding defense, has stepped up when need be to be able to force some punts. Harding came out. We talked about the injury to Jones, and having Cobb in there gives him a little different look. We saw him come out, drop back, didn't see anything downfield, was able to get downfield, but haven't seen him run much. Offensive line seems like they're doing a decent job of giving him some time back there, but just really hasn't become acclimated with the receivers. The two running backs from Brogdon to Savy, you've got some quickness back there, some speed. They've been able to get around those corners to get upfield for some positive yardage. Just haven't really been able to put anything together. The one, bright spot for the defense, big hit by senior number 5, Mendez Provit, just coming unblocked from that high side and just put a big hit, but once again, just not able to capitalize on it, and that's why we find ourselves here with this low-scoring game, 3-0 McDowell as we enter into the second half.
Second half of the game, beginning once again of the second half of the season. We are in week 6 already of the 2025 high school football season, and as we said earlier for Harding, their playoff run starts now. They've got to put a couple more wins on the board, and this Erie McDowell team is proving to be tall task, and it's only going to get tougher. We got the likes of Maslin and Fitch on the horizon, and I know Mooney has not been the Mooney of old, but I don't care what the record is. They're gonna play hard. They could be a 1-win team or an 8-win team. It doesn't matter. They're gonna play hard. Boardman always finds a way to play Harding tough. So there are some tough contests on the road. So Harding, they can make the playoffs. It's gonna take some work.
Absolutely, Tom. And as you talked about those teams that they have the remaining on their schedule, they're looking at the same prospects of trying to get themselves into the playoffs. With the expansion, I think this year they did limit it down to 12 from the 16 that it was before. So it's a little tighter. So they know at this point every game counts. All these points count, and after you play a team, you become their biggest fan. You want them to win out. And so right now, Harding just looking at that win against Buchtel and in another game win against St. Vincent St. Mary's. Don't believe that a lot of points are going to come from those wins, and really can't expect a lot of help from them winning down the road. So Harding's going to have to capitalize against the Fitches and the Boardmans and the Moonies, as we move forward and progress through the season.
Watching the last second warm-ups out there, watch Jaron Edmonds poke a 45-yard field goal with a lot of room to spare, and it could come down to that, the way this game's going.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why we raved about the fact of, I think his sophomore year after Jake Doherty left, he took over the reins, and I mean, we've really just seen not only the obvious power, that he's got behind that leg now, being able to reach the end zone on these kicks, but we see more consistency from him. Whether it be a field goal or the extra points. That's a weapon that you can't substitute for. As you saw, this could easily be 6-0, but the field goal kicking team had some issues there, so leaves Harding in the opportunity to be able to take this first series, drive down, put some points on the board, and either take the lead or tie it.
Matt Richardson and Kai Blesher, they are the deep backs. And a whistle off the bat. Looks like Erie McDowell, somebody was a little bit too quick on the draw, so we're going to try this from the 35-yard line. And that might just give Harding enough room to mount a return here. We know that Mr. Clark for Erie's got a strong leg. He's kicked a long field goal. He's put one in the end zone with no problem. But that 5-yard penalty, that might give our deep backs a chance to show their stuff here.
Yeah, and they're just itching back there. No wind, as you can tell by the flagpole there, so nothing to help him. I think his first kick sent the return man maybe about a yard deep, so look to see a return out of this. Two great athletes back there for Harding, waiting for their opportunity to show what they can do.
And that ball is returnable. That looks like Kai Blesher about the 4-yard line. He's got some room, gets around and in. Blesher with a nice return out to the 35-yard line, and that actually turns into a 15-yard penalty. Otherwise, we'd have had that ball at the 20.
Yeah, like you said, we can't talk enough about how important it is to be able to get that ball to the end zone. So Kai's going to give him a spark there. And we saw some. We saw some opportunities running the ball, going back and forth between Brogdon and Savion. So we will see what the coaches elect to do here. Didn't see much play action there. A little bit of bouncing inside, outside, between the tackles and outside. But a lot of opportunity here with the new quarterback in. We'll see what they come out with here in the second half.
Cobb's going to keep that one. And he's going to pick up good first down yardage. And Harding has second down and short now. Second down and 2 off that opening carry. Design play, it looked like.
Oh, absolutely, and that kind of catches the defense off guard. Haven't seen a lot of that this year. Quarterbacks were usually running out of desperation. This time, designed run. One of those niches that Man does bring to this offense.
That worked so well, we're going to do it again, and Cobb gets the first down, and a whole lot more, all the way down to the McDowell 35-yard line.
This is exactly what they expected when they went to him due to the injury to Jones. that ability, that third dimension of being able to just not just run out of the desperation, but those straight quarterback draws like that. First half, quarterbacks were dropping back. They were running, because of the pressure. This, dropping that shoulder and getting upfield north and west and having kind of the body to put behind those pads to make the defense pay on the other end.
1st and 10 Harding at the Trojan 35-yard line. 2 nice runs back-to-back by Amir Cobb to open up this series. And all of a sudden, Harding finds themselves knocking at the door.
Now watch what that does to these linebackers.
Jet sweep, Matty Richardson getting around the corner. He might get a couple out of that, and that's it. 2nd down and 8 coming up from just inside the 35-yard line.
Men on the play by number 0, Amir Johnson.
We talked about it before. Generally speaking, you see Matty in on the offense. That's the jet sweep. They like to run with him. Very athletic, using that speed, trying to get him outside to beat that end. That time, the Trojans did their job, staying home, brought him back inside for a minimal gain.
They're giving him 1 down to the 34. It's 2nd down and 9 for Harding.
I'm telling you, with those runs by Cobb right now, those linebackers got to respect that and step up. That's going to open up the underneath routes.
Cobb's going to try it again, and again Cobb breaks free, and again Cobb goes for a 1st down inside the 20-yard line.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Tackle by number 5, Ben Spooner. Pick up 14,
1st and 10 Harding at the Trojan 20.
Now watch these linebackers. They keep on seeing this. They're going to start to step up to fill. As soon as they step up, watch the slots on those underneath routes.
Jeremiah Crenshaw in the backfield. High snap. Cobb brings it in. Still manages to pick up a yard on that play off the tough snap.
Yeah, that high snap really throws off the timing. Everything is in timing. Doesn't matter how fast you are. Everything is about timing. And you get a high snap just like a low snap. It just throws off the timing of the offensive line. But Cobb, with that big body, still able to fight forward for some positive yards.
Mekhi Brogdon, the deep back on this play.
Going to call a false start, or did they step over? Yeah, they're going to call that false start.
A little too much moving around back there. That's going to back the Raiders up 5 yards, bring up a 2nd down and 14. Back to the 24-yard line.
Drive's going well, got yourself in good position, offensive line. Providing the blocks, quarterback getting upfield for you. You hate to see those unforced errors. But the way the offense is moving, you just got to put it behind you.
Cobb keeps it.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
He's got number 3.
Tyler
That
Smith.
is Tyler Smith wide open. Touchdown Raiders from the 24-yard line.
Listen, what we talk about, those linebackers had to start looking in the backfield there. Fearing that quarterback run, linebackers start looking in the backfield. We run that formation with like a double, as you see here. You're going to see that double fullback. Smith gets lost in the coverage there. Wide open, easy pitch and catch. From Man to Tyler Smith.
Jared Edmonds on to attempt the extra point. It is up and good, and the Raiders have taken a 7-3 lead with 8:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Tom, absolutely what they needed to do. You could tell they went into the locker room at halftime. We talk about the adjustments that get made. They went in there and said, listen, we've done a lot of things here. The one thing we haven't done is have man run the ball. Come out, some positive runs, that fires up the line, that fires up everybody. And then for the first time, and we don't see Tyler Smith playing offense much at all. He's kind of a defensive specialist there at that middle linebacker's position that he holds down. But running that kind of, I'll say, awkward formation with the double fullbacks there. Linebackers can't keep an eye on them, worried about the quarterback running. He sneaks up the seam there. Easy pitch and catch for 6.
Edmonds, long high kick, fielded at the 1-yard line. Good coverage. Doesn't even make it out to the 20-yard line. Excellent kick coverage by the Raiders on that play.
Yeah, that's some of the advantage too. It can kind of go either way, especially if you've got a good kickoff coverage team. You don't want to just keep on giving the ball up at the 20. Sometimes you got a good coverage team. They can get down there and give you even better field position.
Well, again, strength of that leg, not only do you get that down to 1 yard, it was a high kick,
correct,
which gives your coverage team a chance to get down there. It's those line drive kicks that you got to watch out for. But that was nice high kick, gave the coverage team plenty of time, and Erie McDowell sets up on the 19-yard line.
Raiders playing in front for the first time tonight.
Flemings to Poncell. Not a lot of room. Picks up a couple. Maybe 3 yard lines out to the 3 yards out to the 22, 23. It looks like 4 yards they're going to give him. 2nd down and 6 for the Trojans.
Yeah, really bottled up by the defense there. Not a lot of room for him, but still able to get a pretty decent push of 4 yards. There's that RPO again.
And again, looking for Poncell on the outside. He's going to get close to a first down on that. Looks like he'll be a couple short, out to the 28-yard line. Needs to get to the 27-yard line. Needs to get to the 29. 3rd down and 2 upcoming for the Trojans.
Yeah, Duke's able to cut him off before he's able to get the corner there. Saw Elijah Birch kind of come up a little gimp on that. Looks like they're going to switch him now to the high side, bringing Probit down to this near side defensive end position.
Flemings to Poncell. I'm not sure he made that. If he did, it was just by the nose of the football. He was brought down immediately, and they're calling this 4th down. 4th down and less than 1.
Watch how Probit stays home on this play. See, he sets that edge out there, nowhere to go, turns him back inside to the defense. Discipline, playing your position, doing what you're coached to do. 9 times out of 10, you are going to have a positive effect out of that. It's a big 4th down. Watch the hard count.
4th and a very short one for Erie McDowell.
Looks like they're going to talk about it.
McDowell is going to call a timeout and discuss this one. 6:57 here to go in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders have taken a 7-3 lead on the 24-yard scoring strike from Amir Cobb to Tyler Smith.
Yeah, you see the offense came out, did what they were supposed to do, march downfield. Nice mix and balance of inside-outside running, capped off by the wide open pass to Tyler Smith to get him in the end zone for their first score of the night. Now you see the defense coming back and responding as well. Big 4th and 1, maybe 4th and about a half-yard play here. Got to stay disciplined. Don't want to give up an easy one with an offsides call, but a great opportunity for the defense right here to make a big stop and get this offense back on the field in great field position.
Erie McDowell brings the offense back out on the field. 4th and about a half a yard, it looks like. They're going to try for this one. Fleming and Poncell in that backfield.
There it is.
And there's some motion.
There it is.
That's going to make it awful tough now. We may see the punt unit at this point, and here they come.
Nothing's more frustrating. You call the timeout, bring the guys over there, and we talk about discipline.
Hey, I wonder if you could close that mic down.
Back deep for the Raiders, number 10, Matt Richardson.
I don't know if they heard that or not. So the procedure penalty forces a punt out of Erie McDowell. High spiraling kick. That's going to be fielded at the 35. Matty Richardson on the return. Gets it out to around the 45. And the Raiders, with the lead in the game, and great field position to open up their second possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, close to blocking that kick there. Matty Richardson goes back, fields it, makes the first guy miss. The first guy never counts. Gets up the sideline there. He's going to put the ball. Great field position for the Raider offense here just inside the Trojan 46-yard line.
First and 10. Ball's at the Erie 46-yard line.
If you can hear me, if you guys could shut that mic down, that would help us out a lot.
Amir Cobb again up the middle. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
He picks up 4 off that first down. 4 yards off the first down. Makes second down a lot nicer to do.
Oh, absolutely, Tom. And I can tell you, talking to him, he's hungry. He's a senior. He's been wanting this position for a long time. He's just been wanting to contribute. This is one of those kids I talked about in the beginning of the year. He goes back to Deemer. A lot of these seniors, they all go back to Deemer Park together. And he's been wanting an opportunity to lead this senior class. Given the opportunity, he's going to take full advantage of it, and you're seeing that here tonight.
Back to pass, looking long, and that ball is picked off at the 12-yard line, a little short. Picked off by Owen Haffey.
Yeah, just unfortunate throw right there. Threw off of his back leg into double coverage. He's got the arm. He can put it to Atlantic Street from here. But as you see here, as he's dropping back, he's going to throw the ball off of his back leg, falling back, just not giving his receiver an opportunity for that 50-50 ball. Left it short. Happy comes up with the big play for the defense because you saw that momentum was absolutely swinging to the Raiders.
Looking for number 11, Austin Blackwell on that play. Underthrown just a little bit, and on the interception, the Trojans take over at their own 29-yard line. Fleming over the middle, in and out of the hands of
that was Basto.
Cameron Basto. Second down and 10.
Yeah, you see, looks like maybe a zone coverage there. He gets behind it, just looking up. Got to bring it in first. Raiders avoid a big play right there. Going to bring up this 2nd and 10 for the defense.
$5:51 to go in the third quarter. Fleming's
Here
back
comes
to
the
pass
blitz.
again.
Here goes Mendez. He got past it.
Fleming's forced to scramble. Just missed that one in the backfield. Looks like they're going to put him out at about the 32-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Looks like Provitt came late on a stunt. Up the middle, nobody picked him up.
Gets it out to the 33. Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd down and
But Fleming's, he's been elusive all night long. It doesn't matter if it's in the open field or if he's got some congestion. Just very elusive, able to make tacklers miss to get some positive yards.
Fleming's rolling out to his left. Fires the ball over the middle. He finds a man open. That's not going to be enough for the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and short. That was Owen Haffey over there once again on the reception.
He rolls out there. He's got to.
Now they're moving the flags. He must have got just enough. I thought he was a little bit short, but they're going to rule that he got that one. I think Coach Richardson wants to question that. I think he'd like to see a measurement on that. I don't think he's going to get one. 1st and 10, Erie at their 39-yard line. Flemings keeps it again. He's going to slip in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard on that play. 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Trojans.
Yeah, you see as he pulls out here, we're going to see the replay. That ball, let's see if we can get the rest of that replay in. I think he's a good yard short, even with his forward progress.
I think they were quick on that one.
I'm sorry.
Fleming's pass sails out of bounds. That brings up a 3rd down and 11.
That hit pushed him back, but I mean, even when you looked at forward progress, he still looked to be a good yard and a half short.
It did.
And the way the Trojans ran that play so fast, like we had instant replay.
Take this while we can.
Right?
Third down and 11 for the Trojans. 4:39 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, make up for it right here. Get off the field.
Fleming's looking long down that sideline, and he is way long. That's going to bring up 4th down and 11. And we will see the punt team once again.
Defense has been doing their job all night. See, quarterback with plenty of time. Safety over the top. That over-under coverage there, that takes a perfect throw to put it in there, and that was not the perfect throw.
Matty Richardson back around his own 24-yard line, set to receive this punt. Joe Clark, a low end-over-end punt. That's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot that over here.
Clark's fat kick rolls out of bounds.
Again, putting a lot of pressure on their punters. That time that looked like that was what? That was Ellis.
At the
that was Ellis
25-yard
Daniel.
line.
Came in putting the pressure there. Something to watch later in the game. That's 2 punts in a row. That defensive line's been able to get through there and force a quick kick, almost get their hands on it.
So Harding takes over after the punt. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. 4:28 to play here in the third quarter. Harding now on top, 7-3, coming out early in the third quarter, driving down the field, scoring that lone touchdown of the night.
It's like Darian Golden in the backfield now with Mekhi Brogdon. Or he go out to receiver.
That's Brogdon with the handoff.
I think they're going to call legal formation on that.
Handoff to number 40, Mekhi Brogdon. Tackled by number 0.
Flag on the play.
Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, if you went back, I think one of them were supposed to be up on the line of scrimmage, and they weren't. Too many men in the backfield.
That's going to back the Raiders up 5 yards, back to their 20. It's going to make it 1st down and 15.
5-yard penalty against the Raiders. Takes it back to the 20-yard line. 1st and 15.
Well, we know what's worked thus far is getting the ball in the quarterback's hands, getting him upfield. Really would like to see them take advantage of some of those those underneath passes. You've seen as the quarterbacks tried to go deep, they've been pretty well covered. Like to see him take advantage of some stuff underneath.
Brogdon again with a handoff, reverses field, and he breaks free. He had him corralled back there, and it's Mekhi Brogdon. He's going to take this ball all the way 80 yards, and a Raider touchdown. He was backed up in the backfield, changed direction, found a hole, and 80 yards. Late flag on the play. We're going to see what that's all about, but for the time being, it is an 80-yard Raider touchdown brought to you by Mekhi Brogdon.
He's just calling a sideline warning there. So he started out to his left there, cut back. As you said, he got bottled up, just never gave up on the play. The offensive line never gave up on the play. Able to get him into that second level, caught a block, and once he got in the open field, he just turned on the Jets and nobody was going to catch him. You see the replay here. He starts out to the left, makes one guy miss, comes through, a lot of shirt tackles. That's not going to take him down. Makes another one miss, and that's when the blocks come downfield and he turns on the Jets, heading to Atlantic Street.
They called a sideline warning, and it looks like they may have thrown another flag. Did they call it actually for a penalty this time? That looks to be the call, or is that a... Coach Richardson is none too happy with the situation right now.
I can't tell because it looks like they did keep it with the warning, but obviously something was said to Coach that's fired him up. And I'll tell you, it's also fired up the team.
They are backing up the extra point unit.
you know, we're not down there, so I'm not going to judge. Yeah. But this is obviously not the first time that, because now they're moving it back to the 3. They're moving it back to where it originally was.
Well, whatever penalty there might be, then maybe they're going to assess that on a kickoff.
That could be dead ball. But it wouldn't be a dead ball because it was during the play. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we're not down there, but this isn't the first time that we've.
I don't know if the ref had a possible personal foul sign out there. Maybe they're going to.
That would be something they would probably put on the kickoff.
Jaron Edmonds with the kick, and it is a 14-3 Raider lead. We're going to find out. We'll see what happens here where they line up for the kickoff. We don't have a mic on the rest tonight, and quite frankly, the hand signals have not been all that clear, so we're not real sure what's going on. We think there's going to be a penalty of some sort.
You can see they're still down there. They're still down there talking about it. And coach is still down there talking about it. They're going to the 40.
Harding's going to kick off the 40. So whatever happened, there's no yards. Or sideline. Well, now they're going to back him up. Now they're going to
call it.
Okay. And I think it was a personal foul because he's marching off 15. So there was a personal foul on that play. Somebody said something that the officials didn't like, and now Harding's going to be kicking off from their 25.
It'll be interesting to see the response, not only from the Raiders, but across the field over here to the Trojans.
So now the Trojans are definitely going to get a chance to return a kick. Edmonds kicking off from his 25-yard line. 3:33 to go here in the third quarter, and the Raiders have opened up a 14-3 lead. That kick is going to be fielded at about the 16-yard line. And that's Barstow, and he finds a hole. Barstow inside the 40.
He's going to go.
The Raiders are going to pay for that. Barstow is going to bring that ball back 84 yards. And just like that, the Trojans are back in this football game. Cameron Barstow takes that at the 16-yard line, finds a seam up the middle, 84 yards.
As I said before that kickoff, it'd be interesting to see how each team responds to that back and forth that you saw there. No giving this Trojans team. They took the big punch from the Raiders on their big 80-yard touchdown. They come and return the favor on the next play with their own 80-yard kick return.
And a somewhat bizarre chain of events, and it is a 14-9 ball game and it looks like the Trojans want to go for 2 and get themselves within a field goal.
They're going to
and it looks like some movement. Could be, we're going to call 5 yards on the Trojans.
Or they call a tie. I think they might have burned one.
And
I think they call it a timeout.
And the Raiders call a timeout to try to defend this 2-point attempt. Can you guys hear me at all? Hello, can you guys hear me? The Raiders call timeout on an extra point attempt. And it looks like the Trojan offense stays on the field. Deontay Fleming's back out there. So the Trojans would like to get 2 here, make it a 3-point game. Flemings is going to come out to his right.
Open.
And Flemings is going to come up short. And that will keep it a 5-point game.
Defense made a great play there. Flemings just didn't make the right call there. You see after he fakes to the running back, he's got him wide open coming out into the flats. Just didn't keep his head up. I think he probably decided before the play that he was going to take that in himself. Raiders able to stand tough there and to maintain this 5-point lead.
So after 2.5 quarters of back and forth defense, all of a sudden big plays have come to rule the day. The 24-yard touchdown pass by Harding, and then the 80-yard scamper by Mekhi Brogdon, and you follow that up with an 86-yard kickoff return, and all of a sudden the fireworks are started here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, you want to see who's going to settle into this. Obviously, momentum going back and forth here. Coach Rich still fired up down there. Some of this might not be by accident. He wants to see a fire in his kids. He wants to see them out there. He wants to see that, and I'm going to use the word fighting, obviously not, but he wants to see them out there in the trenches. Just everything that you did all summer, these last 3 years leading up to your senior year. Go out there, take charge.
That kick will be returned. That's fielded about the 8-yard line. Matty Rich up that left sideline. It's going to give the Raiders some decent field position to start this possession.
So let's see. We want to see the intensity, but obviously you got to keep your composure.
Richardson was run out of bounds at the 30.
You're right. We went a whole deal first half. Non-existent offense. All of a sudden, we got a highlight tape now.
a track meet has broken out here at Mollenkopf Stadium. And the Raiders set up first down at their own 33-yard line off the kickoff return by Matty Richardson. Satavion Hill will come out and do the running back duties for this series of plays, at least for the start of it anyway. Amir Cobb has had a ton of success up the middle. Hill's going to get the call. Hill's going to reverse field. Hill's going to get some positive yardage out past the 40-yard line. Actually, he'll get a first down off that play. The Raiders moving the sticks already on this drive.
Running that stretch. Didn't see anything. Watch here. You see Cobb stretch. Plants that foot, nothing on the right side, reverses field. Defensive end doesn't stay home, allows for Savy to get upfield to move the chains.
12-yard gain out to the 45-yard line. First and 10 Raiders, 3:07 to go here in the third quarter. Hill again up the middle, and this time he doesn't have quite the room he had on the last play. He'll pick up a yard, make it 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, fake that jet sweep coming here to the near sideline. Seeing if they could try to pull a couple guys. Weren't really fooled by it.
Clock continues to tick here in the third quarter. 2:40 to play.
Brogdon back in. I see Matty Rich going up to the high side. Wide receiver. Man under center. Like to see maybe a bootleg here. Get him out on the edge.
Brogdon up the middle. Brogdon breaks free, and he'll pick up another Raider first down inside the 45-yard line of Erie McDowell.
Brogdon's feeling it right now. Look at that line. Taking control, sustaining those blocks. He gets behind it, keeps the shoulder pads low. Gets past that second level and puts a hit on the safeties.
Brogdon gets it down to the Trojan 44-yard line. Cobb again under center. And this time it's Hill trying to get out to the end. And he's not going to make it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Make it 2nd down and 11. They're going to blow him down at the 45-yard line after a loss of 1.
Yeah, tried to take that sweep outside. They're able to turn him back into the defense.
Loss of 1. 2nd down and 11.
He's got that lead blocker out there. Wasn't able to get the block.
And Cobb will take it again. Tries to get around that left tackle. He'll pick up a few. Get it out to about the 46-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for Harding.
Yeah, positive yards there. Linebackers were coming up. They didn't really respond to anything. Nothing underneath for them to really respond to, so they're able to maintain the middle of the field.
In the final minute of the 3rd quarter, coming up on 30 seconds to play here. And that's going to be 5 more yards for the Raiders. That looked like the left tackle, the left end for Trojans jumped offside, and it is indeed an offsides call against the defense. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 2, call it.
Offsides against Erie.
A great opportunity here, too. 3rd and 2 really opens up your playbook. You know this is 4-down territory. If they don't get it, they're going for it. Really like to see them with some play action. Get Cobb out there on the edges, pressure him, make the up.
Bad snap, Cobb picks it up, and he's going to get dragged down the backfield around the 40-yard line. Lucky to hang on to the football, but it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Raiders.
You know, other than a penalty, exactly what you couldn't have happen right there. Going to be an interesting situation. Obviously, they're not going to. I can't see them punt the ball from here. Not taking the chance of putting it in the end zone and having a 20-yard punt. I think a 57-yarder, little fodder Gigi's range. Be interesting to see what they do when they take the field in the 4th.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter, so the Raiders have a chance to talk about that without using up a timeout. And we head into the 4th. Your score, Warren Harding 14, Erie McDowell 9.
Your Raiders will be back in action next Friday, October 3rd, at home against Portland.
For those of you not following along, the Guardians are down 4-2 in the top of the 7th against the Texas Rangers. And in Boston, Detroit is up 3-1 on the Red Sox.
Yeah, the offense is coming back on the field. No, they're going to punt.
Harding's going to try to flip the field and pin the Trojans back deep. They've got a 4th down and 5 at the Erie 40-yard line. Jaron Edmonds on the kick. High kick. And a big bounce and nobody there to cover. It's going to roll into the end zone. And that really only nets to be about a 20-yard punt as Trojans going to take over on the 20.
The coach obviously has a lot of faith in his defense. They've been really holding them all night. The touchdown came off of a kickoff return, but that defense is stood stout all night long. Obviously, as you said, coach looking to just flip the field, seeing if he could possibly do that coffin kick, pin them somewhere deep inside their own territory. Unfortunately, that ball's going to reach the end zone, come out to the 20-yard line.
First and 10, Erie McDowell at their 20-yard line. They are on the short end of a 14-9 score right now. Brody Bonzel gets the call up the middle. He'll pick up about 4. Brings down a 2nd down and 6.
You give Bonzel a lot of credit. I mean, even when he's bottled up, he doesn't let the first man tackle him. All those yards after contact, make sure that he falls forward for a good 4-yard gain on most plays.
Bonzell again. This time Bonzell's got some room, breaks through. He's going to get an Erie first down out to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Number 22, Brody Bonzell, the ball carrier.
Reminiscent of the first quarter.
Brought down by number 4, Raytwan Hill.
They spot that ball at the 32-yard line.
Ball's at their own 32
First and 10, Trojans. Early in the fourth quarter. Bonzell again. Moves the pile ahead for another 4 yards. Second down and 6 coming up for the Trojans.
Yeah, Raider defense, and specifically the linebackers, they're getting a lot of penetration, just not able to get a shoulder pad on them. That's as you see Tyler Smith coming on, first one to make contact, but just not able to get that shoulder pad on him. Ends up wrapping him up, and Bonzell able to pile forward for 4 yards.
This time Flemings keeps it himself. He stumbles a little bit, and he may have made it back to the line of scrimmage. There's little to no gain there. Actually looks like he lost a half yard, bring it third down and 7 for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looks like the turf monster got him there. But you can see they're going back to what they felt worked in that first quarter, just that 1-2 punch of their quarterback and running back there, Bonzell and Flemings.
Flemings is going to keep this one. He's looking to pass. He's going to keep it around the end, and he's dragged down. That's going to bring up a fourth down at about 4 or 5. And a nice run by the Raiders defense right there. That's going to bring the Trojans punt team back out on the field.
Yeah, big stop there on third down to get that defense off the field. Should end up with pretty decent. If we can catch this ball in the air, we should end up with pretty decent field position.
Matt Richardson backs up to about his 25-yard line. Joseph Clark in to do the punting.
Now they've gotten pressure these last two. Got to stay disciplined. Don't give them a free one.
High snap. A low line drive kick. Matty Richardson takes the ball's loose, but it is picked up. Tyler Smith right on the spot, and he's going to pick up some nice yardage off of that.
Like I said, if we catch the ball, we're going to end up with some good field position. I didn't exactly say how that was going to happen.
Wasn't quite what we were planning, but...
Johnny on the spot there with Tyler Smith. Look what I found.
Sometimes the ball bounces just right.
Well, he's the offensive star tonight, right? He's got the touchdown. Now he's got the big punt return.
Takes over first and
there was
balls at their own 42-yard line.
Gets that ball back to the 42-yard line, and the Raiders on a very fortunate bounce. That ball bounced off of Matty Richardson's hand. That low line drive took that hard bounce, and Matty didn't handle it, and caroms off him into the hands of Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith turned it into pretty good field position for the Raiders. They got it first and 10 at their 42.
There's that end around.
And the end around to Richardson down the far side. Richardson breaks the tackle inside the Erie 40-yard line, and there's a late flag. That could be an out-of-bounds hit over there.
Well, no, that flag came in early from this side of the field. This play is all the way at the far side of the field. That flag comes in way down here from the near side.
Yeah, it looks
Unless
like
they're going to say, I couldn't see the replay to see if the reason he got that corner was on a hold.
Looks
but
like
I thought,
they're bringing it back.
Yeah. Now they're going to call a hold. But it looked like there was some action there with a fake up the middle. I'd have to see it again. That's what drew the defense in. Richardson coming on the end around, just nobody home.
Big run by Matt Richardson. That's going to go all for naught as the...
And a personal foul. Oh, so that's going to offset. Yep, offset.
Holding penalty on the Raiders, personal foul on the Trojans, and we're going to do it all over again.
That's huge for the Raiders right there. Those 10-yard holding penalties will kill a drive.
So there might have been still a little bit of late action on that sideline over there, and that negated the holding call. So we're going to do it again. First and 10 at the Raider 42. Plus, that runs a little more time off that clock. And Cobb up the middle. And Cobb busted outside. Amir Cobb down the sideline. Amir Cobb from 58 yards. And a Raider touchdown.
Just a matter of time. They talked about the spark in which he could bring to this offense. We saw it on that last drive. We see it here again. As you see, this is a straight design quarterback draw. He goes up the middle, nothing there, bounces it outside the tackles. Big block by the lineman coming downfield. He's got a host of blockers down the field, and it's just pure Amir Cobb man speed down the sideline for 6.
And the Raiders take a 20-9 lead as we await the extra point from Jaron Edmonds. And that kick is up and good. It is 21-9 with 8:43 to go in the contest. Defense in the first half, track meet in the second half, big plays all over the place.
Absolutely. Look at the line. I mean, that's where it starts, up front. Just look at the lines getting out in front of him. Just blasted 19 down to open up this play. And look at the downfield block by Farrell here to keep him away, to really spring Amir up the sideline. Looks like Matty Richardson was down there too, providing the escort to get Man that 58-yard touchdown to put the Raiders in a comfortable lead here. Talk about, once again, you just go back to halftime and, the adjustments that you got to make. You've got a lot of opportunity out here. You've got some great athletes on both sides of the ball there. It's just finding opportunities. It's not about the play. It's more about the player and putting them in a position for them to do for them to take advantage of all their skills. And yes, Man's got an arm. Like I said, he'll throw it from here to Atlantic Street, but he's also got that ability to tuck that ball, get upfield, and just hit you like a running back.
Edmonds, that kick will be fielded by Haffey at the 5-yard line. And again, great coverage by that kick team. Brings down Owen Haffey at the 15. Haffey a little slow to get up over there.
Obviously a lot better coverage this time. Forcing that runner to go east and west, no north and south there.
And again, defense really has not let up. A little breakdown on that kickoff coverage, and that's where the Trojans touchdown came from, that big long kick return. But then they rectified that situation on this kick and brought Haffey down to 15. 8:36 to go in the contest.
You want to see him complete the game here. You don't want the defense to let off the gas here.
Fleming's back.
That screen. He's going to wheel out. He's got no
time. He's got to throw it away.
That's got to be grounding. That's got to be grounding. He's
and
not outside the pocket.
Fleming's is slow to get up. He was dragged down. No flag yet on a possible intentional grounding, but certainly looked like it should have been at any rate.
And if not, he might have thrown that backwards. That ball might need to go
back there.
Back
and
where
that may be what they're
at.
talking about.
Yeah, I think that's a backwards pass.
If he throws it backwards, that ball's out of bounds around the 5.
Let's see where it lands. Can't catch it, but no, they're going to let him get away with that.
Call that an incomplete pass.
Now, if you look at the beginning, he's got that running back out there, but just no time to. Oh, just awkward how he went down. Good to see him get up for the next play.
2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Fleming's again back to pass.
And
there's a loose ball. Flemings falls on it. And now the Trojans are backed up inside their own 5-yard line with a long 3rd down play coming up.
That was Xavion Smith. We've said his name a couple times tonight. Looks like they're saying that was Asa Birch.
Trojans all the way back to their 4-yard line.
That was Xavion Smith on that. Looked like that's that strip sack there. Trojans lucky to get the ball back. Asa Birch on the tackle.
3rd down and 20. The Trojans backed up to their own 4-yard line.
There's
Fleming's
Asa
going to
Birch.
keep it. And Fleming's, he's pulled down. Did he get out?
I don't know.
They're going to call him down around the 1-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 23 at the 1.
That looked like that was big Ellis Daniels down there.
Joe Clark is going to have to punt from the back side of his end zone. And there's all kinds of stuff that can happen here. Not a whole lot of it good as far as Erie McDowell is concerned.
Really confusing the defense there. I believe Asa Birch came from his right end position. Almost a stunt when you see him with that late blitz come through the middle as that offensive line opened up.
Low bouncing kick. Richardson gets a chance to return this from his 35. Richardson breaks a tackle. Richardson inside the 20. Richardson all the way in. And Richardson will take that punt in for a Raider touchdown. And the Raiders are putting the finishing touches on this one with 6:43 to play.
That play was set up from 2 punts ago. They keep on getting pressure. Watch how the pressure comes. He's got to get it off quick. Gets a very poor low line drive off. Matty takes the ball. First guy never counts. He's gone, and from there, it's just navigating through that defense for another 6 points for that Raider team.
Penalty flag on the field.
Penalty flag back here by the 35-yard line, and these penalty flags have been an adventure all night long. We're never quite sure what they're calling.
Yeah, that's well behind the play.
Matty Richardson scooped that up on the 35-yard line, got it around the corner, and currently the scoreboard shows 27-9 in favor of the Harding Raiders. Looks like whatever flag that was, I think they're picking it up, or it's hard to tell.
It looks like they're going to give us something.
That's a personal foul call against Harding for something.
Yeah, maybe some excessive
unsportsmanlike conduct,
excessive celebration or something, but just, I mean, that flag was thrown so far behind the play.
At any rate, the touchdown counts. The Raiders are ahead 27-9, and Jaron Edmonds is on for his 4th extra point attempt of the night. That kick is up, splits the uprights, and Harding goes ahead 28-9. And if Edmonds needs to kick off from his 25 again right there, so maybe just squib it down there and just prevent any kind of a big return.
Yeah, you know, at this point, keeping the game in, you know, and where it's at, no reason to try to even give them an opportunity. Squib something, let something go to the up man. You know, they don't want to put it in the hands of one of their playmakers and give them any opportunity at this point. 6 minutes almost, you know, 6:45, 6:43 left. You know, the game's obviously not over yet, but so you want to play smart. No reason if that penalty is against the penalty was against the Raiders, no reason to give them an opportunity here.
So once again, due to some unsportsmanlike conduct activity, the Raiders are forced to kick off on their own 25-yard line.
Set to kick off is number 38, Jaron Edmonds.
The last time they did that, the Trojans broke one up the middle. Owen Haffey, I'm sorry, it was Cameron Bastow, who went 86 yards for the Trojan score.
Number 4, Cameron Bastow.
It's 6 to 1/2 dozen the other because either of these guys can run the ball, and that's probably a pretty smart move right there. Make them down it. So, yes, the Trojans get great field position, but if they want to score, they're going to have to run some clock time down. The clock is not their friend at this point in the ball game.
And they're going to have to do something they haven't been able to do for 3.5 quarters, and that's sustain a drive or somehow get behind this defense, which I mean, look, Fleming's has thrown a couple balls. He's thrown a couple deep balls, but just hasn't shown that connection with the receivers to really be able to hurt them. I don't think that the coaches are necessarily worried about that, and they haven't been able to sustain a 10-12 play drive to get themselves in the end zone for 6.5 quarters. Or excuse me, for 3.5 quarters.
Fleming's back to pass, forced out of the pocket, trying to get around to the right. There's a flag on the play, and that could be a holding call back there. Fleming's had a nice run. I think that might be coming back.
Yeah, he was getting chased.
Number 10, Matt Richardson. Penalty flag on the play.
And the preliminary call, I think, is holding. Hard to tell. I think that's what he's got up there, holding.
Holding against Erie McDowell.
That will back the Trojans up to their 41-yard line, and now they've got a 1st down and 20 situation.
It really puts these puts the Trojans in a tough position here. Being down the points they are, they have no choice other than to start taking some shots downfield.
Flemings drops back. He's getting chased around back there. He's got to tuck it, and he's not going to get much of anything. It's going to be 2nd down and 21, 22 yards.
I mean, that's not going to work. You know, you need too many points too fast. If you look, he's got 2 receivers, one high, one low. Look like they're just running straight fly routes down the field. Coach is comfortable with keeping our corners out there on an island with him. Defense bringing enough pressure to where he never gets a clear view down the field. So he's got nothing left to do but to try to tuck it and run and get a couple.
Flemings again back to pass. Flemings again being chased around back there. That ball is almost picked off. Almost put it right in the breadbasket of Tyler Smith over there. That will stop the clock at 5:51.
You see Rachwan Hill getting the pressure up the middle here. Just misses recording a sack and helped his fellow linebacker over there. Tyler Smith not able to come up with that interception.
Third and 20 from the Trojan 41-yard line. Flemings back to pass again. Lets it fly, and it is way high. Looking for Kingston Horton Dickerson there. And Dickerson just could not get up the ladder enough to pull that one in. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 20. And even though the Trojans are down by a ton, they're going to be forced to punt on this play. They don't want to give the Raiders the ball on this side of the field at this point in the game.
Absolutely. You see Fleming, he comes with that fastball. He had a lot of mustard on that ball coming over the middle, kind of threw it from an awkward angle, you know, down by his shoulder, sailed on him a little bit, but nevertheless, that's a 3 and out for the Raider defense. They're going to throw the flag on that one.
Yep.
Now we'll see, though, is that going to be the small one of just the running into the kicker? Or are they going to call the personal foul for the – but it was bound to happen. We were either going to block one or we're going to get called for. And they're going to call it a big one.
And so a roughing the kicker penalty will give the Trojans a 1st down. So the defense will remain on the field. If I have my numbers right, that looked like number 52, Justice Dukes, a little anxious in there.
I mean, what is this, a 40-yard penalty?
Where are we putting this ball?
I mean, if you look, it was 4th and 20-something, right?
They were on a 41-yard line.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Tom? It's not. It's just a 15-yard penalty. It's not an automatic 1st down. So the Raiders have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20.
They've they call it a 5-yard running in. Okay, right. 5-yard running into the kicker penalty, which apparently the Trojans have decided not to take. They'll just let the Raiders take their chances with the Raiders on their own 20-yard line, so they're trying that again. And the Raiders, that looks like ball control all the way with that stacked eye. And that's Mendez Provitt. Mendez Provitt breaks a couple tackles, gets it out to about the 38-yard line, and that's a first down.
Listen, Mendez got some size to him. Makes one guy miss, gets to that second level there. He's not going to let an arm tackle bring him down. Hey, little nice spin move by Mendez there. But once again, just churning those legs to get upfield. Keep that ball high and tight, though. This game ain't over.
That's number 74, Mike Wade, offensive lineman for the Raiders. And good to see him jogging off. He was down there. He's up and going. That's a good sign. First and 10 Raiders at the 37-yard line. 5:27 to go here in the game. And again, the Raiders in that stacked I formation. Mendez Provitt again. This time he gets bounced back a yard. Looks like maybe they'll give him one on that play. Second down and 9 coming up.
And off to number 4, Raytwan Hill.
Well, 5 minutes left in the game. You know, obviously a slow start to the offense, being able to get things going, but once they were able to see a little light, you know, they really just were able to break things open. Really glad to see, you know, the senior, Amir Cobb, come in and just a breakout game. His first time being able to start here under the lights at Mollenkopf Stadium. Just a proud moment for a senior to be able to lead this team his senior year with underneath the center.
Mekhi Brogdon gets a couple up the middle. Looks like they're getting him out to the 41-yard line. Brings up a third down and 6 for the Raiders.
Brought down by number 11, Jordan.
And Harding content to let the clock run, and it almost appears as if Erie McDowell feels the same way. We'll play hard, but let's get out of here.
Absolutely, and Tom, you know, let's not forget about the offensive line. You know, they've had some struggles during the year. Big kids up there, you know, and I look at Ashton, you know, Ashton Coleman first, you know, and I had a conversation with him, told him, you know, it's about bringing all these guys together. You know, this is your squad, and just what they've been able to do tonight to come out and perform here in front of the fans, coming off of that St. Vincent St. Mary's win, just to be able to put together a more complete game. But it all starts with those guys up front. So big shout out, you know, to Wade and Daniels and Coleman and all the guys up front, you know, that are providing those lanes, providing that opportunity for the quarterbacks and running back. That's where it starts. You know, the Trojans are no slouch up front. So this was a big game for them to come out and just prove what they're able to do. You know, when they complete their blocking assignments, keep that pad level low, and just make a decision that they're going to control the line of scrimmage.
False start penalty on the Raiders. That's going to back them up to the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down and 11 with 3:50 to go. The clock is now running. Handoff up the middle to Mekhi Brogdon. He'll get a couple back to the original line of scrimmage at the start of that series of plays. That should bring out the punt team for Harding. 4th and 10.
Yeah, you see, just like with that kickoff, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jerron put something deep as he can, but angle that towards the sideline, not even giving them an opportunity to get some of their athletes in the open field with some one-on-one opportunities.
Raiders haven't set their punt team out yet. It's 4th and 10.
Yeah, it looks like they just wanted to run the clock down, then they're going to burn a timeout.
Timeout, Raiders.
2:44 to go in the ball game. Raiders have opened up a 28-9 lead on several big plays. 80-yard run from Mekhi Brogdon, a 58-yard scamper by Amir Cobb, 24-yard touchdown pass, 35-yard punt return for Matty Richardson. All kinds of happenings going on after a defensive punch-out in the first half.
Yeah, special teams, offensive explosion, but, let's not forget about that defense. Defense gave up 3 points. Another one came on that kickoff return. But that defense has been just stout all year long, keeping them around in games, giving that offense the opportunity to win some games. But that defense, I mean, they've been a stalwart all year long, and no different tonight.
So now Jared Edmonds comes out with the rest of the punt team. And the Trojans are coming after it. Edmonds gets up a high tumbling kick. And that's going to take a Harding bounce, and a big Harding bounce all the way down to about the 21-yard line.
Edmonds' punt takes a Raider roll. Rolls out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And that's where the Trojans will set up this offensive possession at the 21. 2:33 to go.
You don't want to start looking forward too soon, but I think with 2:33 left in a 19-point game, you start looking forward in that schedule. I'm sure the coaches, I'm sure Worm, they're going to start looking at the opponents left. They're going to start looking at the points that are available there. We talked about this year, they went from having 18 teams down to 12 teams.
New quarterback, new running back. That was Lucas Salt in at quarterback.
Quarterback number 18, Lucas Salt. Hands off to number 13, Nico Sargent.
Nico Sargent, the new running back. So Flemings and Bonsell are done for the night. So the Trojans are electing to let some of their reserves get a few snaps under the lights.
Yeah, I'm surprised Harding's got in most, if not all, of their starting defense. Which, as we start to look ahead, there are people like us, that's our job, and, some of the fans out there, I'm sure, the coaches are telling the players it's real simple. Win and we'll go. It's kind of that simple.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 4.
Harding with 4 games left, 3 of them are at home. They will be on the road to Massillon, Washington, which is arguably going to be the toughest one of the 4 remaining contests.
Interesting.
And you see the inexperience of the reserves out there. I think the center might have been the only one getting that play going.
He's going to tell when he gets home. He's going to tell us, no, I was right. They were wrong. I was the only one who didn't count.
Other guys had no idea what they were doing.
They don't listen.
Getting down to a minute to go in the ball game. Once again, Nico Sargent on the carry.
Nico Sargent, the ball carrier.
Number 32, Eric Hill, came up with a big hit there.
There's about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock.
I think McDowell's probably just going to bring it to the sideline, start thinking about that drive back to Erie.
Letting it tick down. Looked like the punt team is on the way out there. I think they...
Yeah, we got about a second or two, so...
They're going to let that run down.
They called the delay.
That runs down with 1 second, so that play clock runs on 1 second, and the refs are going to have them take that one extra snap. They were just waiting to do that. They'll take a snap, take a step back, take a knee, and we'll call it a night. Actually, they got the clock running, so that is the end of the game. Harding, with their third win on the season, they moved to 3-2 with a 28-9 win over the Erie McDowell Trojans. The Trojans fall to 2-4. And Harding will now start getting ready for the Boardman Spartans, who will come in here next week.
Yeah, Tom, I mean, overall, a complete game. The defense did what they had to do. Obviously, special teams showed up and did what they had to do. And the offense, obviously sparked by the senior, number 15, Amir Cobb. Look, the running backs, we saw two running backs coming out. We saw Brogdon, we saw Savion, given that spark. But, look, it's a team game at the end of the day. But the seniors got to lead. I mean, it's that simple. The seniors got to lead. It's their year, and I think you saw a lot of that today. You saw, obviously, we talked about Cobb. We talked about Tyler Smith on the end of that. But let's also talk about Matty Richardson, one of the underclassmen. But he's been getting playing time since he's a freshman, and he comes out here and he acts like it. Whether it's what they ask him to do on the offensive side of the ball with occasionally carrying the ball, or the lockdown corner that he's become. Big play that he had today on that kick, that punt return. But overall, just all three phases of the game, Raiders performed very well. You want to keep on performing. You talk about that game coming up here in a few weeks against Massillon. If you have an opportunity to beat Massillon, every one of these weeks you just got to keep on getting a little bit better so you're peaking when you get to that game and as you hopefully stride into the playoffs. But overall, this is exactly what the Raiders needed. Big win tonight under the lights. Look forward to the rest of the season.
Raiders, for the first time this season, giving the home fans something to cheer about. Again, a 28-9 win over the Erie McDowell Trojans. And again, we will be back here next week when the Boardman Spartans come to town. We'll be home for the next 2 weeks. After that, it's homecoming where Cardinal Mooney pays us a visit. That will be a Thursday night game, October 9th. Then the trip to Massillon, and then we will clean up the season here at home against the Austintown Fitch Falcons. And that is always an exciting contest whenever the Raiders and the Falcons get together. And a lot on the line, a lot at stake over these next 4 weeks if the Raiders want to make the postseason. I think that will about clear it up for us. We're going to get out of here. We're going to let them clean up Mollenkopf Stadium. Looks like the weekend's going to be pretty nice. Folks, get out there and enjoy that weekend, and we will catch you back here in Mollenkopf next Friday when your Raiders play host to the Boardman Spartans. Take care, Raider Nation.
Night, everybody.